I need an intro. I don't have an intro. What's up, YouTube? Let's talk about Shadow of the Conqueror by Shad, also known as Shadiversity on YouTube. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of Shad's YouTube channel, and I was immediately curious when he released the book. So I went ahead and got it on Audible. Shad was super excited that Kate Redding and Michael Kramer narrated it. Figured that was a good excuse to get it on Audible. And the premise of the book is one that I found very compelling and asks an interesting question along the same veins as some questions that I've asked before. And it is, can a terrible man, someone who has murdered innocents, raped young women, slaughtered anyone who would oppose him and ruled with an iron fist, be redeemed despite their terrible actions? So we start off following Dalen, who is this formerly terrible person and seeking to become someone better. I think the book does a good job of posing the question. The book also has a lot of problems. Let's just jump into some of the good things first. I felt the dialogue in this book was really good. I remember specifically an instance where an entire chapter was dialogue, and I was interested and enjoying it the entire chapter. I thought that was pretty impressive. Outside of dialogue, there was problems. I had problems with the prose and the writing style and the word choice. I didn't feel they were particularly skillful in a lot of areas. When it came to writing action, Shad really shone in this book. The action scenes were really, really good, and the humor was really good, along with the dialogue. But outside that, moments where characters were thinking to themselves, or where we were learning about the world, and things like that, there was a lot of telling us what was happening, and not in a particularly elegant or compelling way. I felt like a lot of things just needed to be shown to me more rather than being told. Specifically, a very large point in the book, which is that Dalen is filled with self-loathing and self-hatred, and you're told over and over and over again about this through Dalen's thoughts, but it's not convincing. It's like, it just never landed for me. There are some strong emotional scenes later in the book. One in particular that I found was very, very good. But outside a few exceptions, I felt that really struggled to come across. The opening of this book was a struggle to get through. I really enjoyed Dalen as a character, but I found some of the opening characters just kind of annoying. They seemed really stupid and too simplistic for my taste. I didn't find them interesting, but I did really come to like Dalen. Also, when Dalen learns about the magic system in the book, it's a time I really did not enjoy listening to. His process of going through it just wasn't interesting to me. On top of that, I found the magic and the powers to be, for as large of a part of the story as they are, they're a bit arbitrary, I guess. I think they had a lot of potential, but I don't think the execution was great. I know this sounds like a super negative review of the book, but I actually enjoyed the book. As I said, the dialogue between characters is really good. There's a lot of character chemistry, and that's one of the saving graces of the book. And also, the world in which it takes place is enough to grab your attention. It's interesting. An extension of the dialogue is the humor in this book. I laughed a lot just between character interactions. And the standout part of the book, in my opinion, is the action scenes. The action scenes were written very, very well. I enjoyed them a lot. I felt like, it was the part of the movie where you sit up in your seat and you're watching intently, only it's a book. But it had the same feeling to me. At the end of it all, I'm going to go ahead and say this book's about a 3-star read for me. It's good, not great. I probably won't listen to it again, but if there are sequels, which I believe there will be, I will probably check them out. If you're familiar with Shad's YouTube channel and you enjoy his way of explaining things, I definitely recommend that you check out his book. Other than that, thanks for watching, everybody. I'd appreciate it if you'd like, subscribe, leave a comment. Till next time, catch y'all later.